the 411? Because I know that's going to be the number one question that we get on this one.
Right. 99.999999% of the time, because there's always some sort of weird one-off with the VA, right? So more than likely, absolutely, you will be grandfathered, is what everybody calls it, grandfathered. And essentially what happens is there's rules and regulations out there in many different parts, right? We got it in the CFR, Code of Federal Regulations. We got it in public law. We got it in the M22. It's all over the place, where it basically states, loosely here, Clay, because my memory is about that of a gnat. So essentially what the law is that the VA cannot change your rating that you've already been rated for because of a rating schedule change. So if you're rated at X, they change the rating schedule and they completely just get rid of that rating, for an example. They can't go back and go, well, the rating schedule now says this. No, they cannot change your rating solely based on a rating schedule change. But that's the funny part, Clay. Not solely based on that.
Yeah.
So that opens up the door that if you start tinkering with things, and this is where the whole don't poke the bear thing comes into play, which we both absolutely hate. Be educated with your moves. Be strategic. Know yourself. Know your conditions. Know what you're going for. Know how that's going to change your rating. Utilize the VA funny math calculator. Utilize the schedule of ratings. Figure all that stuff out so you can make smart moves. And I'll tell you what, Clay, even if I had 2 or 3 conditions that I knew I had the evidence to bump me up 20, 30, 40, 50%, but I was going to lose one potentially that was a 10%er all day long. Why? Who cares? I'm not going to, bite off my nose to spite my face thing, right? Be hard to bite off your nose. It's chop off, right? I'm not going to bite off more than I chew. That's how that goes. Anyway, so that's kind of my little overview on that, Clay. Back to you.
Yep, absolutely, 100% right. The answer is no. If you're already rated, will the VA take a rating? The answer is no. That goes for sciatic, TBI, the GERD and IBS, hemorrhoid changes, okay, or updates. Insomnia, when insomnia is not as secondary anymore, those who are service connected for any of those will still remain service connected with their percentage. Now, I'll hit on another, probably the number 2 question we're going to get is, well, how do I take advantage of these ratings? And the safest thing to do is have an intent to file ready to go, because the VA will award you both rating schedules. So for instance, let's take mental health real quick. If you're rated at 50% for mental health right now, and the changes go into effect on April 2025, if you have that intent to file and you submit an increase, the VA will evaluate you on both criteria, and they have to give you the highest rating for that. That is in plain language, not to be misinterpreted. In M21 TAC 1, it's clear as day, black and white. So there's your answers to the most 2 common questions. Now, what I want to do, Jason, go
real
ahead.
Quick, Clay, before we start jumping into it, this is the point in time that veterans absolutely need to be aware of what's going on. There are way too many times that veterans go, damn, I wish I would have known a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 months ago, 3 days ago, right? This is the time. And let me tell you this, for everybody out there, it's almost like voting, okay? If you have a vested situation with the VA, potentially or currently in any neurological condition, this should be on your radar. And the public register allows for public comments. You can read through it. You can put in your own public comments. You can reach out to very smart people that you know. Maybe you're friends with a doctor and you can read through things and have a conversation. Treat it like it's $1 million deal, because it is, and information matters, right? You have until January 13th, 2025, not that long, right? January 13th, 2025, to submit comments on this. The VA does make amendments to their proposal prior to implementation. I've seen it. So they take the comments and they go through it and see if they miss something. It's not a perfect science, but it's better than nothing. Here's the sad part. Are you ready, Clay?
Yeah.
This has been out for a while, right? Been out for a little while, months anyway. There's been 6 comments received.
Mm-hmm.
6. That's a, I don't know. One of them yours, one of them mine. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
look, here's the thing. Do your part, right? Don't just sit back and go, this sucks. If you think it sucks, tell them why in an articulate way that sucks. If you're not quite sure, do some research, pull some things up, try to find something that counters what they're saying to make them think a little bit more. We don't want them being knee-jerk reaction as they're throwing out this stuff because somebody's on a deadline to do the next rating schedule change, right? So, okay, with that, I just wanted to get on that soapbox real quick, Clay, because I think that people do need to know that they do have a voice
Absolutely.
kind of in this process, right? And it sucks to, well, if I would have known, I would have. Well, here you go. Now you know. Share this with, look, share this with your VFW, your DAV, your American Legion, all of that. Every single one, whether you're a member or not, share it with that local one. Pull them up online, send them the email, say, hey, watch this. All right, back to you, Clay.
Yeah, perfect. And I'm going to leave the link to the Federal Register down below in the description. So you will have it right there. You can, one, look at the proposed changes yourselves, and then you can sign up for the Fed Reg, which you absolutely should subscribe to. That's how we know this, is because I get emails every single day from the Fed Reg. Most of them are baloney, but sometimes we have these little golden nuggets like this right here. Okay.